Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. I'm Cherie Marie, and I am a life strategist and heart and soul coach. And what that means is that I help people get in touch with what their heart and soul really want and help create it. And today I'm talking about time. Now, I don't know about you, but I am fascinated by the magic of the feeling of time. So I noticed that there are things that happened when I was a kid, and I remember them clear as yesterday. It's like no time went by, or things that happened with friends or connections that I made, and I feel like no time has gone by. And then there's things that happened maybe 10, 20 years ago that feel like it was 100 years ago. It feels like I can barely remember it. It feels so long ago. And also, like being on an airplane, I was thinking, when I sometimes fly on an airplane for, let's say, 3 or 4 hours, and I'm fidgeting and I'm like, what should I do? Should I watch something? Should I read something? And then I read something and then I'm done and it's still have all this time left. And sometimes hey Rhonda, sometimes I'm flying on an airplane and I meet somebody really interesting that I'm sitting next to, and all of a sudden I'm there and it felt like no time went by. And the biggest example of time flying for me is going for a massage. So going for an hour massage, I swear to you, I lay down and I feel like the hour is up in 5 minutes. So I decided to expand that and do an hour and a half. I thought, for sure, an hour and a half, it'll feel like forever. I almost don't even know if I could lay there for an hour and a half. But same thing, I'm still 5 minutes, the hour and a half is gone. So I am just fascinated by that feeling of time. Now, I was watching a YouTube the other day of Matt Kahn. I don't know if anybody knows who he is, but he's a spiritual teacher on this planet. And he was talking about time and about when we're running late, how we always start hurrying and we start doing things really fast and we're still late. Right, as we're speeding up our activities to get to the place on time. And his suggestion was, instead of speeding up, to slow down and kind of let the time expand. And even though that was maybe a hard concept to understand, I sort of got it energetically. So I was experimenting with it, and I was definitely running late the other day. I had to be somewhere and I needed to leave like 5 minutes ago. And I'm not saying that I slowed down and took my time about everything, but I decided not to rush, because I don't know about you, but there have been times when I start rushing and then I drop something or I break something or something doesn't go well. So I just kept moving and just kept breathing and did it in a peaceful way instead of a hurrying way. And you know what? I was like just a couple minutes early, like 2 minutes early. And it was amazing. I was like, wow, this really worked. I don't know. So it's funny that the universe always gives you things to work with when you decide you want to work with them. And I was thinking, well, I don't know. I'm going to have to try this again. And then I had another chance where I was running late, and I didn't see any way I was going to be there on time. And I actually got there like 5 minutes early. So I don't know. Try and play with that. I'd be curious to hear what your feedback is on that. And I'm going to continue playing with that because I love that feeling of expanding the time by just allowing myself to do what I had to do to be where I had to be. And I also had the feeling, okay, if I'm 5 minutes late, I'm 5 minutes late, which is good and bad. You don't want to be late, but if you're late, you're late. Okay, so another point about time that I wanted to talk about was, sometimes we want to add something to our lives. We want to add like we want to start exercising, or we want to clean out our closets, or we want to take an art class, or there's something that we want to do in our life, and our belief is, well, I don't have enough time. And it's funny because I think back to when I started having kids, and my life was completely full. And then I had one baby and I thought, oh my gosh, how am I going to take care of the baby and do all the things that I do all day? And you know what? It just works. You just make the time and you're able to do everything. And then again, when I had a second baby, I had the same feeling like, oh my gosh, it takes me all day to take care of this one baby. How am I going to take care of another one? And it's funny how it always works out. So by being willing to make the time to put in the things that are important to you, there always seems to be enough time. And again, the universe will challenge you. It will make you busier. It will make you feel busier. It will make something come up and it will distract you. And so you have to be committed when you really want to make time for something. You have to be committed. So think about something you want to make time for and experiment with that too. And I'd love to hear from you. And anytime you'd like to work on adding something into your life and that would enhance your life and you need some support, you can always reach out to me at CherieMarie.com, and I am always open to working with you, and I would love to work with you. So thank you for listening live today or on the replay, and as always, sending you lots of love and big hugs. Bye for now.